You know, it's funny how people tend to give up on their dreams very easily. I know you may just sitting out there asking yourself, what's this person meaning about my life? Remember the time you start your first journey, you make your first step, you start learning ABCD, all this type of programming are like software in your mind. It is very tricky, dramatically, how we forget about our potential. That's fun, that's okay. Don't get me wrong. I'm the one who has been passing through all this shit. Not because I was lucky, resources, the low materials, the people, the time. No. Setting goals are very easy. Anyone, I mean any individual in this life can make that. But how many people, how many are just out there are willing to delay their gratification? It takes time. I remember my first path through, I was almost give up about my goals. Why? We have so many distractions in our everyday life. In day in and day out, you may suffer from your own shit. I don't mean this general, global, international. It's not about that. I mean the inside voice. Your best friend, your spouse, your boss. They keep telling you, stop it. They keep telling you, lead, do this, make this way, take this decision, take this direction. All the things they keep telling you, sometimes what I've discovered in their life. Maybe it is how society have been training them. Maybe this is how their parents, this is their historical background. Now, because they have been now relying too much on the staff and they don't see the result, they became scary. After becoming scary, it's time now to scary all around their surroundings environment. So your purpose or your goals is not to just fight for them. Sometimes we need to be neutral. Just learn how to filter. Just receive the things but not agree with everything you are seeing. Because your mind, your eyes can be erosion. It can trick you. What you see, what you hear, it is not always true. And there is no problem. There is nothing wrong with that. What you need to do, first of all, just stick on your decision. And how do we learn that? How do we know that? Maybe you go somewhere. You want to take the election from point A to B, but you are now doubting about your potential. They say necessity is the mother of invention. And the hardest part of any war is the last one. Why? When you think you are about to quit, when you now reach on that point, you start feeling weak, you start feeling give up. That is the way you start now. You are going now to make it at the top. This is why they say preparation is everything. You may not believe at what I'm saying. You may be doubting about my information. That is fine. It is not of my business. Maybe you've been trained to be like that. But Do your own research, self-evaluation. Remember the first time you gave up on that decision. What would be happen? What was the consequences? What was the result? You see, the friend of mine used to tell me that the fast or the fight we need to face in our life, it is not the world outside. So I never realized, I never understood the real meaning of what he was meaning during that day. But when I look back, when I sit down, now I refresh my mind. I start understanding that when you work well on your world inside, on your this inside voice, decisions, then the world outside, it is no longer have a place in your life. I know it is very tricky and very sound strange, but you attract people because it is how you have the mind inside. So likes attract likes. Negative attracts negative. This statement may sound something unserious in your life, but you have to be careful. You have to really be careful. This is why we see people who are now very successful, even their children, even their siblings, even their surroundings. Maybe these fake people or these very problematic people may say God is injustice, God is unfair. How can he just choose a certain group of people to live their life, and another side, another people, another part of people, they suffer. They suffer from their entire family. Their mom, their fathers, all the entire family suffer from everything they started. When you start anything, it end up badly. You end up failed. Why? So sometimes we need to create another program in our mind. The problem with people, they don't even know that they are very programmed. You don't know why you suffer every day. When you start any journey, when you make any approach, when you ask that lady, when you ask that husband, when you ask that man to have a relationship with that people, you end up depressed. Why? Is it because God is injustice? I don't think so. Is it because you've born with poor parents in a very hard economic background? No. Stop bringing those excuses. We've been seeing people who are now started from scratch. Now they are living a better life. Why? Why is it keep happening? Do you think it because of they're hardworking? No. No. Do you think they are very lucky? No. Sometimes we need to accept, we need to sit down, then we accept our weaknesses. Just because you can swim very well, it doesn't mean you cannot climb the mountain. So if you blame yourself because you don't know how to swim, then you will spend the rest of your life by trying to make yourself silly, stupid. So try another thing. Try so many things. Then when you found the one which is very resonate with you, just stick on it. Repetition brings knowledge and wisdom in everything. Stop ignoring. Learn from your mistake. Learn from your friends, from your surroundings, environment. These things we keep doing, it requires consistency, repetition. When you do something, then next day you give up. No wonder why you are now broke. No wonder why people are now rejecting you. Just stick on your decision. Avoid distraction. Then one day, any day, one time, you will wake up shining. You will wake up living your true color, living your true identity. This is how we have seen all around the people who are now very idle, very popular, just because they have been stick on the journey process. Stay happy. Peace.